In this video, we're going to talk about Spotify Canvas, what it is, how it's useful, and how you can use it too. So if you've never seen it before, this little looping video that's playing on Spotify right now, this is a Spotify Canvas, and this is my song, Life is Short. So this is a video that I uploaded in Spotify for artists to play behind my song whenever someone listens to any of my music, particularly this song. This little looping video is just that. It's just a raw video file that you upload. And so the reason why it's beneficial is because anytime someone plays your song, instead of it just being your album artwork, which I'm sure is beautiful, but it's not as interesting as a video, and this is probably a boring example of one, but this video is much more visually enticing than your artwork, meaning people are spending more time looking at their phone when your song comes up instead of just listening passively. And anytime someone's looking at their phone more when they're hearing you, they're more likely to save, add the song to a playlist, check out your profile, at least notice the name of the artist, look at the lyrics, etc., and that has some real implications for how people consume your music. And Spotify has actually published a little bit of data on this. You know, Spotify's always quite iffy on their data. They don't really back up their claims. So we have to take this at somewhat face value. Basically, if you have a Canvas, they're 5% more likely on average to keep streaming. They're 145% more likely to share the track. So that's like a 2.5 times, right? That's more than double an increase to share the track. 20% more likely to add to their playlist, 1.4% more likely to save it, and 9% more likely to visit your profile page. And it makes sense, right? Because this is more visually enticing for a person. And so they're looking at this, they're more likely to share it. And specifically when they share this, if your song has a canvas and they share it Instagram stories, this video will be put in the background on the Instagram story behind your artwork and song name and artist name. So not only does it make more sense for the person watching right now, but if anyone shares it, it's going to be more visually enticing for all the people that follow that person that shared it. So how do you actually make a Spotify Canvas? Well, of course, if you have your own video footage, you can just get some clips of you, maybe from your music video, maybe just set up something at home, some kind of cool scenery, whatever it is. You're not trying to sync lyrics or anything because this is just a 3 to 8 second loop, and you're just going to have that play in the background. So you can't sync it to anything. What you can do, if you don't have that, is you can use DistroKid. And DistroKid is sponsoring this video. I'm going to talk about them more later. But the reason why I'm bringing them up is because they have a free tool. If we go up here into this little menu thing and scroll down to enhance your music, there's a Spotify Canvas generator. And if you don't use DistroKid, one, I use them and I love them, so consider it. But if you don't, they're just pulling from Pexels here. Pexels is a free, royalty-free stock library, essentially. And what this does is you can search for something like Cyberpunk, and it's going to pull up some stock footage from Pexels. And you can use this commercially and everything. And I can just click this video that I like. I can drag this crop around, choose how long I want it to be, between 3 and 8 seconds, move the clip around, click next. And now it's going to go generate that clip. Now, note that this does have a little DistroKid watermark at the bottom. You can probably barely even see it. On here, it'll end up being buried behind the play button, but just note that that's a thing. But you could, of course, download this footage on your own and go put it in your own Premiere Pro, After Effects, Final Cut, I'm blanking. Any video editor at home. But if you don't have a video editor, this is a super easy way to just quickly, in like 10 seconds, make a Canvas video. So you have a few options here, but if you use DistroKid, this is like super easy peasy. But more on them later. So the way you upload this, if you flip over to Spotify for Artists, you're going to notice that there's a few different data points. There's streams, listeners, but then there's views and saves. And this view counter is actual views of your Spotify Canvas video in particular. So, and if you're wondering, like, how do you promote your music on Spotify and get more streams and stuff like that, I have a few options for you that I'll just briefly mention, and I'll link again at the end of the video. Like, one, I have a ton of videos on this channel. So subscribe, go check out my page, and I have a ton of videos on how to promote your music using Facebook ads. 2, if you prefer a more organized course, I do have a course. And 3, if you don't want to do this stuff yourself, I do have a new ad agency called Forbid Media, which you can apply to down below. So course links and Forbid Media application stuff is in the description. But back to this, let's say we wanted to upload a Canvas to my song Magnified, which doesn't have one. I open up the song page, and I click this little Add Canvas button. And here there's some rules that just kind of define like what your canvas has to meet in terms of like size and pixels and MPEG file, the length and all that. But then you just click this little plus button and it's going to give you a preview, and then you just click next. That's it. Super easy. So if once you do that though, It usually takes a few minutes to go live at most, and then within a couple hours, it's available worldwide. If I were to go into Life is Short, the one I just showed you on my phone, and I click Manage Canvas, I could either remove this canvas and upload a new one, so you can swap these out whenever you want, essentially. But this is just a little preview that shows what it looks like, and aside from that, you'll also get your view count starting to stack up in here as well, so you can track all of those metrics. And I want to just take a sec to show you some other examples of what you can do outside of using pixels. If I go into Dreaming and show you, this is just a clip of what was like the music video for this song. But this was, I had a really cool camera and I just did some cool eyeball stuff and it was fun and easy. And then Socialized, it's just an animated version of the cover art for the song, or the original cover art before I released it in an album version. And then if I go down to Black Hole, this was a clip that I pulled from Pexels and just exported in Premiere Pro as a video clip. And then I looped it to go like forward and backward, so it was more of a seamless loop. And then I'll show you one more here. If we go down to Over, I don't even remember what this one is actually. It's just I had a lyric video made for the song. By the way, if you want a lyric video, I actually just started a new lyric video service that I haven't really announced yet. So surprise, surprise, click that link in the description if you're interested. But this was made by that lyric video service, and I just took off the lyrics essentially. So if somehow you've never heard of DistroKid, DistroKid is a music distribution service, and they're what I've been using the entire history. I've been distributing my music since like 2019, January 2019. So the past several years I've been using this, and you can see my giant catalog of music across all my different music projects. And there's a couple of reasons I use DistroKid. Originally, I signed up for them because they were super cheap, right? The plan that I use is the Musician Plus plan, which costs $39.99 per year, not per month, per year. And you can distribute unlimited music throughout the year. And the reason why I use the Musician Plus plan that they have instead of the cheapest plan is because it lets you schedule releases and reuse ISRC code. So like, for example, if I go into this magnified release, you can see that it's actually 2 songs. This song, Eye to Eye, was actually previously released, and you could only do that if you had the Musician Plus plan. Now, before I was talking about how you could use synced lyrics, I mentioned how in the Canvas thing you could see synced lyrics. Inside of DistroKid, not only can you upload your lyrics here to have them in places like Spotify and others, but you can sync your lyrics so that they actually go in time with your music using this handy-dandy sync lyrics game almost. You just kind of walk through and hit the spacebar every time it goes to a new line. And then you have synced lyrics on a bunch of different platforms, including Instagram. So DistroKid has a ton of other features. A great music distribution platform, and I have a super good discount, and I say super good because it's actually the best discount you can get anywhere. 7% off your first year by clicking the link in the description. So yeah, super easy, right? Export the video, upload it, bam, you get some more engagement, easy peasy. If you're interested in learning more about how to run Facebook ads, promote your music on Spotify, I have a big playlist right here for you, and you can subscribe so you can see new videos coming out. And then also, if you're interested in getting an organized course, or apply for Forbidden Media for us to run your ads for you, you can click that link right there for the course and click the application link in the description. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.